What if my student loan cosigner can't pay? Have you ever wondered what happens if your student loan cosigner is unable to make payments? This situation can be quite stressful, so let's break it down. When a cosigner agrees to back your student loan, they take on the responsibility to repay the debt if you cannot. If your cosigner cannot pay, the loan obligation generally shifts back to them. Filing for bankruptcy does not automatically relieving a cosigner from their responsibility. And like many other types of debt, student loans are rarely discharged in bankruptcy. To discharge a student loan, either the borrower or cosigner must prove undue hardship. This is a legal process that can be quite challenging. The undue hardship standard requires showing that repaying the loan would prevent maintaining a minimal standard of living. You also need to demonstrate that your financial situation is unlikely to improve and that you have made good faith efforts to repay the loan. If your cosigner has a stable income, they may find it difficult to meet this standard. If your cosigner cannot pay, creditors can still pursue them for repayment, even if you file for bankruptcy. In Chapter 7 Bankruptcy, you receive an automatic stay that protects you from collection actions. However, this protection does not extend to your cosigner unless they also file for bankruptcy. While your bankruptcy may not directly affect your cosigner's credit score, their financial liability remains. If the loan goes into default, the lender can take collection actions against the cosigner. This could include legal means to recover the debt. In practical terms, if your cosigner cannot pay, they may need to negotiate with the lender for new repayment terms. They might also consider filing for bankruptcy themselves if they meet the criteria for undue hardship. So, if your cosigner is unable to pay, it is important to understand that they still hold the responsibility for the loan. They cannot simply avoid repayment if you file for bankruptcy. The cosigner remains liable unless they can successfully prove undue hardship in a bankruptcy discharge. This situation highlights the risks involved when someone agrees to cosign a student loan.